Welcome to Go and welcome to Toyland. Well, it's not officially Toyland. This is the toy room of the Central Okanagan Salvation Army. And this is where all of these donated toys will be handed out to families that might not otherwise have any gifts under the tree for their children. So on today's show, we're going to find out all about this incredible act of generosity and how you can get involved. But now we're joined by Daryl Burry, the lead pastor here at the Salvation Army. This is an impressive room full of toys that you've got here.
This is a fantastic time of year when our gymnasium here at the church turns into Toy Depot. And this is thanks due to the wonderful generosity of our community that donates all of these toys to go to families and individuals in need this Christmas season.
And you've got quite a system here set up. You were giving us a little mini tour, but it's all laid out for flow.
Absolutely. You know, we have hundreds of families that come to us each and every year looking for help and hope. And as they register for assistance on distribution days, that comes up in December 12 to 16, we're going to have families come in to work with some of our volunteers who will then come into this room and have the opportunity to select toys that their child wants this Christmas season to be able to put under the tree. And so it's an absolute blessing to be able to walk with people through these days.
Now, you're supposed to say hundreds of families. Can you give us some idea of exactly the quantity?
Well, last Christmas we served just under 600 families.
Wow.
And based upon our registration so far, we're anticipating that we will exceed that 600 mark this year.
And all of these toys are either donated or even handmade by local people here.
We have so many wonderful different areas where people have been donating through various toy drives that have been held throughout the season, families and organizations that bring in special things. We have some handcrafted wooden toys. We have a company that's going to be bringing in just even some Christmas ornaments, some handmade Christmas ornaments for families this season. So lots of great community support.
Now, in order to keep those shelves full and keep them stocked and make sure that every family gets the best choice, you need donations, right? And you still need more donations.
Absolutely. Last Christmas, we provided toys to over 1,100 local children. And so we're anticipating that need to be even greater this year. We are a little bit behind in the number of toys we have received so far this year, but we have every confidence that once again this community is going to continue to step up and supply to meet those demands that we see every year.
Now, is there anything in specific that you're missing? I know you've got it all sorted by ages and genders and special interests. Is there anything, if we're asking people to maybe make a little extra donation, there's some area that you feel like you might be a little weak in?
Well, we know there's always hot toys on every Christmas list that kids want, and so those hot toys are always in demand. No matter what child we're looking at, they want those toys, and so we're always short in those areas. But in particular, one of the biggest demographics of individuals that gets forgotten are teenagers. Right. And so that 13 to 18-year-old, to find things that can go under the tree for them is often a challenge. And so what we do provide a gift card to support our teens in our community as well, to make sure that they have something under the tree on Christmas morning.
All right, so if anybody wants to help out, make a donation, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way?
They can drop off donations here at the Salvation Army Church, Kelowna Community Church, 1480 Sutherland Avenue, or at any of our thrift stores or community life centers, both here in Kelowna as well as in West Bank.
All right, well, thank you very much for giving us this quick tour and introduction. And coming up a little bit later on the show, are you going to give me the inside scoop on how to operate the kettle and ring the bells?
I'll talk about being a bell ringer.
All right, thanks very much. We'll be right back. That is the iconic sound of the bell ringing every year at this time of year. Of course, Salvation Army kettles are out. This is a big part of what you guys do to help the community.
Absolutely. The Christmas Kettle campaign is our largest fundraising campaign of the entire year. And this year here in the Central Okanagan, we have a goal of raising $750,000 before Christmas Eve.
What? $750,000?
We've had some great generosity over these past number of years in the community, but as we all know, expenses continue to arise. Our guests are coming, more and more guests are coming to see us each and every year to access our services. And so we have set a goal that we believe is achievable based upon what we've come in the last couple of years. But it's a heavy goal to achieve by Christmas Eve.
Now, you call it the Salvation Army, and in a way it does take an army of kettle, what do you call them? Kettle volunteers?
Our bell ringers.
Bell ringers, that makes sense.
Yeah,
How many volunteers do you have typically?
Well, we have over 5,000 hours to fill on ringing bells for the Kettles this Christmas season. And so that's about 2,500 volunteers, individuals, families, and groups who come and give of their time to ring the bells for the Salvation Army.
Now, does it take any special skills or training to operate one of these things?
Well, these can be a little complicated sometimes, but, it just takes an attitude to come and say, you know what, we want to wish people in this community a Merry Christmas. We want to give hope to those in need. And so to be able to come and to be able to have a smile on your face, to be able to greet people, to be able to hand out a candy cane to a child, to be able to ring those bells, all of those things are just wonderful ways to be able to be involved and to hear the stories of how the Salvation Army maybe has impacted their families over the course of generations even. It's a wonderful way to give back to the community over the Christmas season.
You must get a lot of people that come back year after year to help out.
Absolutely. We have a wonderful army of volunteers that come back year after year, but there's always a need for more. And so I know even for this year, we still have hundreds of shifts available between now and Christmas Eve. And if someone is interested in volunteering this Christmas season, all they have to do is either email kettles@kelsa.ca or call 250-860-2329, extension 324.
All right. So if I could maybe even try this myself a little bit. Is this how it works?
There you go.
Wow. Makes me feel generous already. Make a donation.
Well, thank you.
The bells are working.
Well, Doug, I think you're all ready. So
Okay.
Here you are for your first shift. Here's
All
your
right.
bells.
Thank you very much.
Just remember, you're representing the Salvation Army, so be sure to wish people a Merry Christmas as you greet them today.
All right. Thanks.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much. All right. Here we go. Well, that is it for the show. I'm going to be here for a little while. I mean, if you're down in the neighborhood here, just on the corner of Sutherland and Birch, drop off, help out those in need. All right. That's it for the show. See you next time I'll go. I'm Doug Brown. Merry Christmas.